Hello, in this session, we will discuss the topic of transformation of the graph. So we'll see the what basic changes we can see when we are changing the equations of the graph. So we will start with the first one, which is vertical transformation, and let us say that in this case, considering a which is greater than 0, then if initially we have a graph of function y equal to f of x, now with the change, that is y equal to f of x plus a, we will see that the graph is shifted up by a units, and similarly with y equal to f of x minus a, the graph is shifted down by a units. So this is the case considering that a is greater than 0. Now here we can see that considering the initial graph, that is y equal to x square plus 2x, in this case the green one. Now if we add a positive number, that is a equal to 4 in this case, so we can see that the graph is changing or shifting up by 4 units. Whereas the next case where we are making the graph as y equal to x square plus 2x minus 4, in this case we are just subtracting 4 here, so the graph shifts down by 4 units. So the basic change we can see is this vertex for the parabola in the 3 cases. The red one is shifted by 4 units, whereas the blue one is shifted by 4 units down. So this is the vertical translations we can see when we add a constant or when we subtract a constant. Now in this case, we'll see the horizontal translation, and let us consider that there is a constant d which is greater than 0. In that case, with the initial graph, that is y equal to f of x, if we make the changes, that is y equal to f of x minus d, then in that case the graph is shifted right by d units, and if we have the graph y equal to f of x plus d, then the graph is shifted left by d units. We'll try to understand this with the help of a graph. Now in this case, the initial graph we had is y equal to x square plus 2x. Now making the change, that is f of x plus d, that is x plus 2 whole square plus 2 times of x plus 2, changing x to x plus 2, we can shift the graph by 2 units to the left. So we can see that this graph has been shifted towards left as compared to the graph we had here, the green one, by 2 units. Whereas the third one is where we have y equal to x minus 2 whole square plus 2 times of x minus 2, that is the graph has been changed or shifted to right by 2 units as the function has become f of x minus d, and in this case d is equal to 2. In this case also d is equal to 2. So obviously, as we have considered, d is greater than 0 here. So the graph is either shifting towards left if it is plus d, or it is shifting to the right side if it is minus d. We'll see the third case, and that the case is reflection. Now, in this case, let's say we start with the initial graph as y equal to f of x. The first case which we can have is y equal to minus of f of x. So we are reflecting the entire function f of x, and in such cases, the reflection is about across the x-axis. Whereas we may have one more case, that is y equal to f of minus x. So you can see that in this case the function has been reflected, whereas in this case the independent variable x has been reflected. So in that case the reflection is across the x, across the y-axis. Let us try to understand with the help of a graph. So in this case, if we see, we started with the graph y equal to x square plus 2x, but then we have changed y equal to minus of f of x. So it becomes y equal to minus of x square plus 2x. And in that case, the graph actually gets reflected about the x-axis as said and as discussed. So the initial graph was this one, but now the graph has shifted and it is a reflection about the x-axis in the case. So in this case, the new graph is a reflection of the original graph across the x-axis. In this case, this is the second case we have discussed, that is we are changing x to minus x. So initially we had the graph which is y equal to x square plus 2x plus 2, whereas in the second case we have y equal to minus of x square plus 2 times of minus of x and plus 2. So we can see that this reflection is about the y-axis, and the graph which we had on this side has got inverted and reflected about the y-axis and has changed to this side. So it has just got a reflection on the other side as this one. So this is the case where from f of x we are shifting to f of minus of x, and the reflection is about the y-axis. Now we'll see vertical stretching and shrinking. That is, if we start with the graph y equal to f of x, and then the change we are making is y equal to a times of f of x, and if we consider that mod of a is greater than 1, in that case we'll see that there will be a stretching vertically of the graph. So the respective values of y for x will be scaled by that factor of a, so it will be increased. Whereas if in the case mod a is lying between 0 to 1, in that case we can expect there will be a shrinking in the vertical sense. There will be a shrinking in the vertical sense. That means the respective values of y for x will get reduced by that factor. And in such cases, we may not see any change in the roots of the graph. So let us try to understand this with the help of a graph here. So we can see that the initial graph we had is x cube minus x, whereas the change we have made is 2 times of x cube minus x. So in that case, we have changed our initial graph y equal to g of x to y equal to 2 times of g of x. And since we can see that 2 is greater than 1, the mod value is greater than 1, so there will be a vertical stretching. That means the value we were getting initially was maybe, let's say, this particular value for the respective value of x. Now it has stretched and it is becoming this particular value of y when for the same value of x. So for the same value of x, we can see that the value of y has stretched and it has got increased by that factor of a. Similarly, the value we were getting for x equal to, let's say, 0.5 had got scaled up, and since initially also it was negative value, by scaling with a factor of a, it is still negative, but it has got amplified now. The next observation which we can make here is the roots have not changed. The roots will remain as it is. The roots does not change. So this was the case of stretching. Now, in this case, if we see the initial graph, which was g of x equal to x cube minus x, we have changed it to minus 2 times of x cube minus x. So if we notice, we still have the mod value greater than 1, but the a value is less than 0 in this case. So in that case, we will face a reflection of the graph about the x-axis. So whatever we had as this one, now it has changed to this one, and that is because of the negative sign here. Although this 2 helped for the vertical stretching, because of this negative sign, it has got inverted about the x-axis. So we are still in the case of stretching here. In this case, the scaling factor a is less than 1. We can see that it is 0.5, which has the mod value less than 1. So in that case, we'll face shrinking of the function, and that will be vertically, since let's say the initial graph, which was the red one, has the value of this height, but now the value has changed to this height, and this has shrinked vertically, whereas the roots are still as it was initially. We can observe the same on the right side also. Initially, the graph value was this much for the respective value of x, whereas now it has reduced and become this much. So it has vertically shrinked, and we can observe the same for any value of x here. So this is a case where the mod value is less than 1 and of course greater than 0. So this is vertically shrinking. In this case, we'll see horizontal stretching and horizontal shrinking. So let's say we started with an initial graph which was y equal to f of x, but now there are possible changes, that is y equal to f of c times of x. So in case if we have mod c value to be greater than 1, in that case we will see shrinking, and that will be horizontal in this case. Whereas if the absolute value of c is greater than 0 and less than 1, in that case we'll see a stretching which will be horizontally. So let us try to understand this with the help of a graph. So initially the graph we had was x cube plus x cube minus x, but now we have changed it to 2 times of x whole cube minus 2x. That means in this case c is equal to 2. So the initial graph y was g of x, and now it has become y equal to g of 2x. And of course we can see that absolute value of 2 will be greater than 1. So in that case we'll face shrinking. The possible roots can change in this case, unlike the previous one, and we can see that the value which we were getting, let's say the initial roots were minus 1, 0 and 1. Now the roots have shrinked and has become minus 0.5, 0 and 0.5. So we can clearly see that the graph has shrinked horizontally. Now in this case we will see that with the initial graph x cube minus x, we have changed it to 0.5 x whole cube minus 0.5 times of x. So in that case we can say that initial graph, which was y equal to g of x, has changed to y equal to g of 0.5 times of x. And of course the c equal to 0.5 is having mod value less than 1, and in that case we'll see a stretching in the nature of the graph, and that will be horizontal. So we can see that the roots are changing in this case. That is the easiest way to see that the graph has stretched. The initial graph had root as -1, 0 and 1, but now it has roots as -2, 0 and 2. So the graph has stretched horizontally. It has stretched horizontally. Whether you check for any values, earlier the value was up to here, but now it is extended here. Whether if you see on the positive side, it was earlier here, now it has stretched here. So you can see that there is a horizontal stretching of the graph in this case. In this case, the only change we have made in respect to the previous case is that instead of 0.5, we have made -0.5 as C in this case. So we'll see that with the horizontal stretching of the graph, we'll also see that the graph has inverted in this case. The graph has inverted, it has changed its shape, and it is inverted about the x-axis, and that is because in this case with y equal to g of x initially, we have changed it to y equal to g of -0.5x. So C in this case is -0.5. So although the mod value of C is less than 1, but C is actually less than 0. So in that case, along with horizontal stretching, we can also observe an reflection, and that will be across the x-axis. So these are some of the basic translations we can observe by changing some of the small constants and small scales or factors of the function as such. Thank you.